everyone, it's Susie here for day 13 of 31 days of Autres, and today we're going to watch Calm Death 3 in 2D. I'm just saying in 2D because in the trailer there's this, the voiceover just says in 2D quite a few times, and the way it says it, I found it quite funny. And so it's a movie that's been recommended to me by actually the director and writer, Matt Frame, and because I was not planning my 31 days of Autres quite properly, and also because time-wise I couldn't go to the cinema for the movie I wanted to see. I was like, oh my god, this is perfect, good timing. And so the movie, why I decided to actually watch that movie after he recommended me to watch it for 31 days of Autres was because it seems, and he describes it in from the trailer, you can see that it's a movie that's weird, crazy, and like a noir comedy. I never know the right way of pronouncing this. So yeah, like a crazy weird movie that's like funny and horror-y, and I love that kind of movies, and weird and crazy. I think there's two adjectives that are perfect to describe me as well. So I think I'm in for a very, very good night of horror. And before we go on with the review, I'm gonna show you quickly my dinner. My dinner is slags and ravioli from Marks and Spencer's, which are like the best kind of pastas you could eat. So it looks like this a bit, so like it's cooking. And I'm showing it to you whilst I'm eating it because it gets cold quite fast. And so literally it's like lasagna, like I said, it's perfect with a bit of butter and one of them things, so like a Maggi liquid seasoning. So I'm gonna use that one tonight. So that's the hot spicy one, so it's just spicy, really gives a little kick to it. But you can have it with that as well, which is like the non-spicy version of it, which is also very nice. So just with some butter, so like not too much, or how much you want really. And with the drink, I'm gonna have just water tonight because usually I have it with like some sort of drinks, but this is one of my flatmates. So that one, if you don't drink alcohol, it's very good. So like this elderflower one or the rose one from like the Belvoir Fruit Farms, like the pink one, it's very good with that. Also very good with red wine and rosé. So before I actually go on with the review, I'm just gonna say that watching at the start of the movie, although I liked the beginning and like the opening credits, I thought it's gonna be a good night of horror and a good movie, because I think my logical mind was too much on. But yeah, that was very, very good. I really liked it. I found it very hilarious and weird and crazy, and yeah, some stuff are like, what the fuck, and in a good way. Some other moments where like by the good way I mean like some scenes that I'm gonna call like the chasing scenes on like some mopeds. That's the word that comes out, don't know why. It's like overboard kind of motorbikes, and like the end scene and the scenes with like the squirrels is like nah, but very hilarious in a way. And some other thing that like, what the fuck, why is it here? But yeah, overall that's a very good movie. I'm glad this movie came on my path. And yeah, so with the review, I'm just actually gonna do like what I like and what I don't like. I'm gonna start with what I don't like first to end on like obviously the nice a nice note, because I like the movie obviously. And so I'm just gonna look at my notes, and I'm gonna try to do it quickly because although I can't speak today, I can, and I know I can belong. So speaking of I can belong, something I actually liked, that I really liked, that I thought was very good and nicely done, was the opening credit scene. So which is used with like newspaper cuts, sort of like explaining a bit with the background of the movie and the story of the movie. But the only negative point I found with that is that that's a bit long to my liking. Also my I'm sick. If you notice my voice getting a bit crackly, that would be because of that. Yeah, so something I mentioned in Logical Minds. If you are a bit like me, or like weird stuff, but you if you love logic, don't watch the movie, because there's like some moments. So I was like, but what? It was funny, like a funny moment. The one I swear, the one I'm mainly thinking of is the scene I'm gonna call the toaster moment. So there's like a scene with the toaster in the woods with some toes that are projected with the toaster, but obviously that is being in the wood, the toaster is not like plugged in, but it's just like little things like this. Like, it's my mind, it's not the movie, it's just my mind, and I was like too much on the logic. But yeah, that scene was one of the very, very funny one. Another thing that and oh yeah, because just looking at my notes, that's not for everyone. If you have a logical mind, that's not for you. And also if you don't like sarcasm, like I do, and adult humor, you should not watch that movie. But if you do like sarcasm and adult humor, just like me, do watch that movie, because there's a lot of that, and I think that makes something very fun if you like sarcasm and like the right touch of adult humor. And what I really like also with speaking of humor and the whole movie in general is that there's it's a movie that's like what they say actually on the website. On the website is that there's profoundly stupid comedy era parody, and so it was a profoundly stupid, profoundly stupid and funny, and so in that is like it doesn't take itself seriously, but the movie was obviously made seriously, and you see the actors were also very, very great. You see them like they being also really serious, and that they all love making the movie. I think I could feel that everyone, well, although they were not in the same room obviously, but there was like a lot of love put in, artwork put in this movie. That's one of the points, like a lot of hard work. There's like a small team, small budget, and you can see at some point that there's the small budget, but overall it's just like, who cares? Because it was very well made and done with like actors, and Matt Frame, who directed, wrote, and I think on the website there's like so many other stuff he's done on the movie, and it was just for that well done. If you were a theater actor or like a theater play, I will give you 5 stars for that, because it's impressive. And also the actors, it's not my note, but the actors, the way, I found it amazing how actors managed to like do something such as this and being like obviously over the top and like stereotypes and parody, and managed to be still serious and good in what they're doing. And just wondering how many I don't know how you say in English, like fou rire, like when you're laughing out loud when you can't control it, if there was a lot of that kind of moments. So yeah, the next note is that a few things that I found funny is like Count Crystal Meth, which obviously as in MEPH, I found really funny because of crystal meth, the drug, which was like on the school bus. And what I found that was kind of fun and very funny is that the campers were like teenagers, or supposedly, but played by adults. It reminded me of, I think it was a movie, but I only know it from like the TV series that was is on Netflix. That was Wet Hot American Summer, which like same kind of setting. Also, it's not a horror movie, but it's like a comedy, and it's set in a summer camp in the US. And you see like campers who are like teenagers or like early teenage, and but played by adult actors. And in that, I was just like, yeah, that's a clever choice and very funny choice. So I'm going on the things I like. It's because I enjoyed that movie a bit too much. And so on the notes I didn't like is that there's some jokes, though also not for everyone, that I found a bit not great. There was which were a bit too much for me. There was the mini beating scene, or like accidental and on purpose beating of the person who was in the wheelchair. That was just a bit too much for me. And the weed tree guy, I call it the weed tree guy, because he had like some a machine to clear like grass of weeds. He he is a person who expressed himself through sexual acts, and he pretended to have sex with the tree using the machine, and it's just a the repetition of some of the jokes that was a bit too much for me, and maybe not necessary. So like the wheat tree guy, and I think if I remember well, that's because although like just as well with my speaking, my memory is terrible, and so one of the jokes that was a bit too repetitive was with the uncle, which one was at the beginning with the oh God, which one? Anyhow, one of the jokes with the uncle, which was a bit weird as a character, but weird in a funny way. And one of the jokes that was a bit too much as well, just too much, and because I thought, why is it here in the movie? Because it was like, where is it coming from in terms of the story? It was the joke with one of the jokes with the uncle. Was it the uncle? Yes, that was the actor who plays the uncle. When he said go back to work several times to the kitchen lady, who just stays still, well, still, facial expression still, and there was just too much of that, too long, and why is it here? Another one that, let's see if I can read my writing. One of the things I didn't quite understand and didn't like was that the girl, one of the campers I'm gonna call the chewing gum teenage girl, who was like a bully, kind of violent with one of the counselor, the lady who's a past victim, who's the campers are not supposed to know that, but she's a victim of the past of what happened previously in the camp, and she, not victimized, that's not the right word, she put the fault on the victim, like because she said, why are you here, why are you, no, in those terms, in a much more a vulgar way, why are you here, or you've got balls to come back here, as in like she's done something wrong when she's a victim. I was like, why? Other things that I was a bit, that goes with the actually a thing I quite like is that some green screen, not some, like I think there was just a couple, but I can't even remember one, was a green screen moment that was just a bit not as done as some of the other green screen moments, and the one that was not as well done, but the with the green screen moments was when someone's just died and the cops come and you see like the dead body in the bag, like partially in the bag, and then just the head that's just visible. You can see that's a bit too much. That is a popular green screen, but otherwise there's like quite a few moments I really like, and actually some of my favorite scenes of the movie is that there's a scene that I'm gonna call the green screen, that called the green screen pursuit. So it was with this overboard motorbikes scene. There's like a pursuit with two characters with at the back, and then the killers at front. It was very hilarious, nice, weird, well done, and very, very funny. And there's the one scene that I called the boat scene, with like the inflatable boat scene towards the end. I found very well done as well, as just using some animations too that I found quite intelligent, using like a mix of green screen animation. That's just very funny as well. I laughed quite a bit. That scene, really, those two scenes in particular were like, I think, two of my favorites. Like I said, I think we've just gone to like the good things. I'm just gonna carry on like this. The actors, like I said, once again, they were very great and very, very funny. I don't think there's one that I didn't like. Oh, there's not an actor, but it's just a character that I didn't quite understand. It's the character with the neck brace. I think she was good, but I just didn't understand that character. It's another thing that I liked, is the scene I gave quite a few names to some scenes. It's the pan killing scene, pursuit. It's just the moment, specifically when a pan is a bit like an entangled Disney movie that's been used to kill someone or something. I found that quite nice. What else? Oh yeah, there's some something like some scenes that I quite like. In the part of the scenes I like is the scene. At first I thought, but why is it here? Where is it coming from? In the same with the go back to work kitchen lady, but it's, then after a few moments you just find it too funny and just too enjoyable to be like it. It's a scene that's just like a bit of a musical with one of the characters, and it just goes on to be just hilarious. And yeah, there's a lot of good surprises in that movie with like those scenes, like the musical scene, the green screen pursuit, the frying pan killing scene pursuit, and yeah, that was just a good surprise. That's overall, how long is it? Ooh, 13 minutes. Overall, yeah, that's a good movie. I really enjoyed it. And if you can, I'll try and see if I can ask where you can watch that movie. I think at the moment it's only festivals. But yeah, if you have the opportunity, do watch Calm Death 3 in 2D. Yeah, I think you'll have a good night for sure. Yeah, I will see you tomorrow. Before I go, if you liked it, like the video, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you want, and once you subscribe, notification button, bell thingy, all that, sharing, and yeah, we'll see you tomorrow for day 14 of 31 Days of Horror. Bye.